Hey guys, welcome to today's math lesson. Today is Thursday. For those of you that don't know what day it is, because I had to look it up before I made this video, it is definitely Thursday. Yeah, I didn't know that. Anyway, so we're gonna do math today. Let me pull up my screen here. Okay, so we are on lesson 7 today, and we are going to create an array and write repeated addition sentences that match. So it's a lot of review of what we've been doing, but I feel like I would like us to have another lesson where we're kind of practicing this before we move on. Okay. Okay, so here it says, let's make an array that has 4 rows of 3. And remember, rows go to the side and columns go up and down. So rows go to the side, columns go up and down. Let's make an array that has 4 rows of 3, then write the repeated addition sentence to match the array. So I'm going to use my little star here, and I'm going to make rows of 4. Now remember, rows go across, so I'm going to do 4 rows, but each row will have 3 in it. 1, 2, 3. Now, sometimes it's easier if we draw a line underneath, so this way we see the separation. It's okay, especially in the beginning when we are making our arrays. Now look at, I am starting my second row, but do you see how I'm having my stars nice and neat directly under the star up above them? All right, that is our second row. How many rows do we need to make? 4. So, whoops, I stopped the share. Sorry, guys. All right, let's try that again. Okay. Let's make our third row. 2, 3. Why am I putting 3 stars in the row? Yeah, that's what it told us to do. It said make 4 rows of 3. So I'm making 4 rows that have 3 in them. 1, 2. All right, you guys see this? See how I have my stars nice and neat lined up underneath here? So I've got 1 row, 2 rows, 3 rows, 4 rows. Did I make 4 rows of 3? I did. So what would my repeated addition sentence look like? It would look like 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 3, 6, 9, 12 equals 12. Okay, so we kind of started a little bit the other day with math, writing a multiplication sentence that matches that. So if we look up here, let me pull up my highlighter pen here. It said I want 4 rows of 3. Now it's really important to pay attention to that word of here. So 4 rows, I'm gonna have my 4 rows of 3. And 4 times 3 is 12. So that would be the multiplication sentence that matches that. Okay, so we worked on rows. Now let's go ahead and work on columns. Now let's draw an array that has 5 columns of 3. Remember, our columns go up and down. So I'm going to do 5 columns of 3. So I've got 1, 2, 3. So I've got 1 column. Now you see how I have my hearts nice and lined up here right next to them. 2, 3. That's a second row, or I'm sorry, second column. Excuse me with that. 1, 2, 3. That is my third column. 1, 2, 3. There's my fourth column, and I need to make how many columns? 5. 1, 2, 3. So I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns of 3. Now, what would my repeated addition sentence look like? My repeated addition sentence would look like 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 threes equals, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So then, based off, remember what we talked about, that really important sentence, or part of the sentence here, 5 columns of. Now remember that word of here is that important word. So 5 columns of 3 equals 15. All right, guys. So this is going to be a lot of like what you're doing in your problem set today. So I got a couple examples that are not necessarily from your problem set, but from the homework page that are just like it. So we're going to kind of go through and do a few of that like this. All right, so it says draw an array of X's with 3 rows of 5. Now, if I'm talking about rows, am I going to the side or am I going up and down? To the side. So I need 3 rows of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 1 row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a second row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is my third row. I've got 1 row, 2 rows, 3 rows of 5, and there's that magic word of again. So what would my repeated addition sentence look like? It would look like 5 plus 5 plus 5, because see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. We got 5, 10, 15. So 3 rows of 5 equals 15. What would my multiplication sentence be? 3 times 5 equals 15. All right, now down below it says draw an array of X's with 1 more row than the above array. So how many rows did we have before? We had 3. So now I need to draw an array that has 4 rows in it. I need to draw an array that has 4 rows, and we're going to write our repeated addition sign. So how many were in each row up above? 5. So 4 rows of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 1 row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's our second row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's our third row. We need to draw 1 more row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there is our new array. So what our new array is 1 row, 2 rows, 3 rows, 4 rows. So what would our new addition sentence look like? What would our new addition sentence look like? 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. We got 1 row, 2 rows, 3 rows, 4 rows. So we have 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 equals, let's count by 5s. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20. So what would my multiplication sentence be? Because right now we have 4 rows. We have 4 rows of 5. And it equals 20. What would my multiplication sentence be? 4 times 5 equals 20. Yes. Boy, you guys are going to be ready for 3rd grade. Mrs. Pierce is going to be so impressed. Yes. Okay. Make sure you tell her that you had a really good 2nd grade math teacher. Okay. Our next one, draw an array of X's with 3 rows of 4. Fill in the blanks below. Oh boy. You know what I'm going to do? Make this a little bit easier on us. I'm going to pull up an X. I'm going to put this over here in the corner. And then I'm going to make him an infinite cloner. So this way you guys aren't like bored to death watching me draw X's. Okay, so I need to make X's with 3 rows of 4. So I need to have 4 in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. There is 1 row. How many rows do I need? 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. There is my 2nd row. And 1, 2, 3, 4. There is my 3rd row. So what would my repeated addition sentence look like? It would be 4 plus 4 plus 4, because I've got 1, 2, 3 rows here. So I've got 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this should actually be backwards. I'm not sure why it says this. This should actually say 4 columns of 3. So now these sentences here, they're having you look at the same array that you just made, but then answer 2 different types of questions. So the first question is, I want you to look at columns. So let me change my pen here, and we're just going to highlight the columns. I got 1 column here, 2 columns, 3 columns, 4 columns. 4 columns of 3 equals 12. Like, we didn't change anything, right? And then we looked at our rows already. Let me do our rows in a different color here. We had 1 row, 2 rows, 3 rows. So 3 rows of 4 also equals 12. Now, there are 2 different multiplication sentences that we can write here. 4 columns of 3 can be 4 times 3 equals 12. But then we have 3 rows of 4. Then we can also flip the numbers and write 3 times 4 equals 12. So it's just like when we do addition. If we had 2 plus 3, we know that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We know that 2 plus 3 equals 5. But if I went 3 plus 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we still have 5. It doesn't matter what order they are in, we still get the same answer. That's called the commutative property. You have that in addition, and you're also going to have that in multiplication. So it doesn't matter what order it is in this front part here, you're still going to get the same answer. Oh my goodness, this question down below. Whew. Draw an array of X's with 1 less column than the array above. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm gonna take a crayon. I'm just gonna cross. Yeah, I'm gonna cross off this one here because we don't need this column. Just gonna cross that off. There we go. Pretend it's not there. Now, can I draw that column down, that array down here? I can. I'm gonna use my X's again. But now I've got 1, 2, 3 rows that are 3 rows of 1, 2, 3, 3 rows of 3. I've got 1, 2, whoops, 3. That's 1 row. I've got 1, 2, 3. Charlie, do you want to come show them what you look like right now? All right, guys, let me finish this array. Charlie, hang on a second. Let me finish this array. 1, 2, 3. So, okay, guys, let's take a little break from math for a second. This is Charlie, and he is obsessed with the Black Panther. So, yes, he's still in his jammies. Yes, it's 3 o'clock, and he has on his Black Panther mask and his claws. Oh, and to really, really tie the whole look together, Charlie, turn around and show them what you've got on your back. Oh, a Ninja Turtle shell. Yep. So this math lesson was brought to you by the Ninja Turtle known as Black Panther. Okay, Charlie, go play, baby. I'm almost done. Okay. Sorry, guys. What's going to stay in here? All right, guys. That is our math lesson for today. Go ahead, do problem set number 7 in your packets. And if you want to show me your craziest superhero costume get up, please, I would love to see it. I'm sure no one has a Black Panther Ninja Turtle running around their house.
Maybe somebody likes that.
I'm sure other people like the Black Panther, Charlie, yes. All right, guys, have a fantastic day. I will talk to you tomorrow. All right. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Charlie says bye too.